is Alok Chakravarthy and I am from academics team. Now I'm going to talk about storytelling with data and how do you choose the right visuals. Well, before we get into there, we need to understand that there are fundamentally two types of data, and knowing the data type is crucial to choosing the right visualization. Okay, so there are categorical data. Gender is an example, department is a categorical data. There is numerical data, profit, sales, these are all numerical data, right? Remember that. Now there are a couple of more things to consider when choosing the right visualization apart from the type of data. That is, how many variables are we considering? Are we considering one or are we considering two variables? When I am doing analysis of a single variable, I call it univariate analysis. When I am considering two variables, I call it bivariate analysis. Of course, I can also do multivariate, but that's for some other day, right? Now, let's take scenario number one. Categorical variable, and how do I visualize it? How do I summarize it? I will summarize a categorical variable. Example, let me take brand, car brand, okay, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, and how much sales is happening for these brands. I would like to summarize it using a simple frequency table. I have three choices when it comes to visualization. I can do bar chart, I can do pie chart, I can also do Pareto chart. Okay, I will prefer bar chart over pie chart usually, and I'll tell you why. Human eyes are better at detecting height differences compared to the size of the slice. That's why. Of course, beyond four categories, you never choose a pie chart. You would choose a Pareto chart when it comes to using this principle called 80-20 principle. When will you, for example, you are in charge of marketing, there are a lot of customer complaints, you have found out 5 or 6 or 7 causes for those complaints. Okay, you will notice that this customer complaints, maybe 70-80% of these complaints are coming from maybe 2 or max 3 causes. Okay, so it helps you focus. So that's where you choose the Pareto chart. Now, when it comes to numerical variables, I've got histogram and I've got box plot. Histograms are usually chosen. Histogram tells me the shape of the distribution. Is it normal? You would have heard about the bell-shaped curve, right? And I would choose box plot to detect outliers, but I have to choose box plot with care because many people don't understand box plots that well. So you might use it for your internal analysis, but when you are talking to a mixed audience where technical and non-technical audience both are there, you should not choose box plot. That's my suggestion, right? Now, let's take a scenario where you have got two categorical variables. Example that I can take is political preference and region. So I've got party A, party B, party C, and I've got 4 regions: north, south, east, west, right? And I will summarize this using a cross tabulation, and I will have a clustered bar chart for visualizing this scenario. So this is my 4th scenario. My 5th scenario is scatter plot. When will I use it? I will use it when I've got 2 numerical variables. For example, I've got sales, I've got profit, right? I will use scatter plot to, visualize the scenario, right? Now, I've got another scenario where I've got one variable which is categorical, let's say gender, another variable which is numerical, let's say marks, and I would like to compare marks across gender, right? So for this, I would like to use side by side box plot that will tell me, for example, who has got better marks compared, is it women or is it men, okay, and where the variation in marks is more, is it in men or is it in women, right? I've got my 7th scenario, which is where I have got one numerical variable and another time variable. Okay, so good example is sales over a certain period, right? So I would like to use a line chart in such scenarios. So in this particular video, we looked at 7 scenarios and how to summarize and how to visualize. Okay, this is very, very handy. This framework is going to be very, very handy for you when you are trying to choose the right chart for your situation. Okay, so thank you so much and look forward to your feedback.